Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Maxine. They call me Max.B. Listen, I am so excited to share about tips in how you can purchase brands such as like Christian Dior, Versace, Louis Vuitton, Celine, and the list goes on and on and on. How you can actually save with a process that we call SNS. Watch this video to the entire end and comment below when you actually put the SNS process into practice to share in what I call the best way how to own these luxury brands without breaking the pocket. Stay tuned. Hey, once again, my name is Maxine. This is my YouTube page where I call the Formula of Hope. Formula of Hope in every area of your life where it comes to your finances, your relationship, your business, anything that you need to inspire you and to just give you hope to be, do, and really just be and do anything you want to be will be taught and shared on this channel. Listen, now let me get to the point. You know, there was a time that I could remember, and I'm going to be transparent and maybe not talking about you, but maybe the person you may forward this video to, that I needed to have like those brands, like literally. I know I couldn't afford it. Like literally, I would get paid and I was making a good income, 6 figures, good income, right? I would get paid, and especially when I was stressed, there was a time that I was depressed. I always found some way or used an excuse to do what they call retail shopping. Yes. So that was my way of dealing with things, which I really should have dealt with things on the real, dealt with things. What is retail shopping? I know y'all can relate. You have an excuse, you're not feeling well, something's not going on in your life, whether it's bills, debt, relationship, whatsoever, and you feel you gotta go out and get trapped. Yep, that's what I said, get trapped by the shopping, by the, I'm gonna make this to feel better, or I deserve this, or I need this, or this is what makes me feel happy. Trap. The reason it was a trap, and the reason I know it is a trap, because I was stuck in that trap for like 8-7 years. Then the trap would get even deeper. When you go to Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Neiman Marcus, oh, they're so good at letting you believe that if you save 20% today, you can get this item for not the original cost. So in your mind, you're like, yes, I'm gonna save on this, well knowing that you can't afford it. But guess what we got? We got those credit cards, right? We got all those credit cards. For me, I could be honest, my credit cards were always like just below the maximum, but just enough for me to make another purchase that I couldn't afford. I'm gonna be honest. I never paid off my balance in full because I didn't understand that process. I never, ever paid more than the minimum unless there was something that I wanted to purchase. So not only did I get in the trap to believe that, oh, I need to feel better by purchasing things by brands that don't really care about me or I could afford, but also going to the store for allowing the stores and the sales rep to convince me that, hey, if you purchase this item, you're getting a good deal. And number 3, knowing that I couldn't afford it, I would still purchase it with the discount and end up paying 3 times more than the original amount. What do I mean by paying 3 times more? Interest payments plus interest payments. So listen, if this is you, this is something that I've been through, this is something that I've experienced, and I've always said to myself, if I've ever gotten the opportunity to just do better, I will share what I did, and if this helps you, it's gonna be awesome, and it's gonna be a blessing to me. So listen, it was an ongoing trap, month after month. And yes, I was making good money, 6 figures, spending money, living money, but I was in paycheck to paycheck and eventually paycheck to nothing, right? And what I've learned is not how much money you make, but how much you keep. So if you're making good money, like, okay, you make about 6 figures every year, you're doing well, 100,000 or even 50, 60,000. You consider it depending on where you live. I live in Atlanta, so it depends on where you live. You can live well off that. But the goal and the thing is, when you know you're really doing well, is after that 12-month calendar year, after the year, how much do you have in savings? How much money do you have in the bank? How much money do you have underneath your pillow? How much money do you have underneath your mattress? And for me, it was zero. You know why? Because majority of my money not only was going to the wrong places, but I was spending it on brands that I had no need to spend on. And I was paying the full price. Why? I don't know. But I don't want to look rich. I also want to be rich. So after studying, people sharing with me their information, all that good stuff, I learned about the S&S process. What is the S&S process? It is strategic shopping. That's right, it's called strategic shopping. Strategic shopping is you can have whatever you want to have, you just have to be strategic with the process. Yes, absolutely. When I learned about this process, I was like shocked, It does take planning, and that's what strategic is. It's almost like you going into college, you got to spend how many years to get a great outcome, right? You're in high school or a job or whatsoever you're doing, there is a process to everything. You're on a diet, you're trying to lose weight, there's a process to everything. So we have a process to everything, but for me and for you, we don't have a process for shopping. But I have strategic shopping process for shopping. And what that is it's never, ever, 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 ever pay the full price for anything. Well, number one, get a credit card that has a great point system. What do I mean by that? They have cashback cards, gas cards, but I own a Capital One card that has amazing cash rewards, amazing cash rewards. I also have a Business Platinum Amex card that has amazing cash rewards. And I know what you're thinking, I have bad credit. I don't have a credit card. Well, what about the credit cards you do have now? Are you aware of any perks that they have or any benefits that they may have? If you don't, call the credit card company. If you own a Capital One card, somewhere in there, most likely, and I'm not saying all the Capital One cards, there are some perks and benefits that you may not know that you have. And that is what I mean by strategic shopping. How I utilize my Capital card, first of all, I didn't even know that my Capital card had rewards. I saw the reward points there, no idea. It's just like the reward points. Okay, I'm swiping, using. I didn't focus on really the card and what it can do for me versus what I was doing for the credit card company. So when I learned that the rewards are rewards for me, that is when my brain got into gear. And that's when my mentor shared, hey, do you have points? Why are you purchasing things for a full brand? I'm like, really? So what are the shops that I do like to shop at? Well, I love Neiman Marcus. I love Bloomingdale's. I love Saks, all the luxury stores. And I also like the boutiques itself. But why don't I use or cash in some of my cards for gift cards? So you're trying to tell me that if I purchase my card, be responsible with my cards, and I'll show you a tip how you can get those points too. But if I use my card responsibly and calculate and store up my points, I could start paying half branch for the stuff I like, for the stuff I want to wear, without paying full price. Now, that is absolutely genius. That S&S process, strategic shopping, saved my life. So what did I do? I started to figure out ways how I can gain points on my credit cards. Now, I don't want to shop on my credit cards because I'm already in debt. I don't want to accumulate more bills. So I had to discipline myself, pay down the card that I wasn't using to benefit me. At this point, for the 7 years, the card was only benefiting the credit card company because I would never pay off the balance. I would only pay what minimum due. And if I did pay more than the minimum, it was only because I wanted another bag or another shoe or something like that. And I would pay enough on the bill so I can put it back on the card and get my card back to maximum, which was benefiting the credit card. So I was allowing the credit card to benefit the credit card company versus allowing the credit card to benefit me. So the S&S strategic shopping, this is what I did. As I said, number one, of course, pay down on the cards, responsible. Took me some time. Yes, it did. A couple years. But I was able to pay the card down. Now, when I paid off the card, that's when everything got into gear. Now, I was like, no, I don't want to spend on unnecessary things. So what I did was transfer all my necessities, all my bills to my credit card company. So now my capital pays my insurance, my car insurance, my auto insurance, life insurance, health insurance, my light bill. Now, where I'm at in Georgia, Gas South is allowing, and Georgia Power, which I've never done before, allowing us to put these bills on credit debit cards. So all those credit cards every month are retained on my credit card bill. Every month. And guess what I'm getting when I pay my bills with credit cards? Points, right? So I'm paying my bills, my everyday bills with points. I'm leaving my cash in the bank. So mind you have a 6-figure job, you're being more responsible, you're eliminating the retail shopping, and you're putting in the S&S process into your life. So no more retail shopping. We're doing strategic shopping. We're shopping with a plan, right? So doing this after, I think it was only 2-3 months, depending on the card. That's why it's very important that you find out the perks and benefits of your card. I was able to make my first purchase. I think I purchased, and I think I still have the receipt. Here it is. I was able to purchase my Versace slippers, which I love. Their slippers are so comfortable. Regularly $400. I was able to utilize $200 worth of gift cards and receive, as you see there, my slippers for half price. So guess what? The credit card now is working for me in 2 ways. I'm actually winning in 2 ways with my S&S process. The first way is I'm paying my bills on my card. Meaning if I get my paycheck and, I'm having the money sitting in the bank a little bit longer because I'm putting all my bills on the card. Number 2, I'm benefiting from putting the bills on the card because I'm paying my bills on time, because bills are usually 30 days, but I'm getting points on the card. Genius. So the things that I have to pay anyways, I'll use in the cash and getting 0. Okay? If my car insurance is $300, I paid the cash for $300, I'm getting 0. But if I paid my car insurance on my credit card, now I'm getting 300, 400, 500 points. Right. So now the credit card is working towards me, my benefit. Now I'm winning. So now I'm getting these points on the card. So when I do feel like I want to purchase something, I'm using the S&S process, strategic shopping, meaning, okay, I've accumulated 30, 40, 50,000 points. I'm going to get me a couple gift cards. I've even done it to the fact where I didn't pay anything for my YSL bag. Now, that's a longer process, of course, because those range from 27 to 3,000, So it's a longer process accumulating points, yes, but I was able to utilize the entire purchase with gift cards. So it's almost like I got the bag for free. So using that process has been so nice. And I'm not depreciating the stuff that I want. And not only the saying of the goal is to be rich, but not only look rich. Now I'm getting all these brands for half or even 100% off, because there's no limit on one purchase if you can purchase your points to purchase an item. So listen, guys, I'm so happy that I learned about the S&S strategy, shopping strategically, strategic shopping strategically. Comment below. Let me know when you tried the strategy. If you want to find out the best cards with the best point system to accumulate your points faster, comment below. And listen, I'm here every week just sharing what I do to just make my life better, and I don't deprive myself, And this is pertaining to shopping, of course, because us ladies love the brands, of course, the luxury brands. So listen, I'm so happy. Let me know if you take advantage of this strategy. Follow, subscribe, and send me messages. And I'll be back with another great tip Once again, my name is Maxine. They call me Max.B. And thank you for tapping in and learning about the SNS strategy, strategic shopping. SNS. Anytime you purchase something, just remember strategic shopping. Bye for now.